Hello everyone. Today I will be analyzing the Ajax project case study, focusing on project management effectiveness and the suitability of agile methods. This presentation will examine the project context, the role of the project managers, the key problems faced, and finally provide recommendations and an evaluation of whether an agile or hybrid approach would be appropriate. So, to begin with, the Ajax project is a high-technology security system development project managed by CBIC Corporation. CBIC is a major U.S. defense contractor with more than 120,000 employees and annual sales exceeding $30 billion. The Ajax project is funded by the U.S. Department of Defense and aims to design, develop, and install an integrated security system at the critical government facilities. Because of the sensitive nature of the client and the technology involved, the project carries high visibility, strict performance expectations, and significant risks. Importantly, iJack is not just another technical project for CBIC. It plays a strategic role in supporting the company's long-term objectives of expanding into the homeland security market. Success would strengthen CBIC's credibility with government clients and open future business opportunities. In contrast, failure could damage the company's reputation and reduce trust with defense agencies. Therefore, Ajax should be treated as a strategically critical project rather than a routine engineer assignment. Turning now to the project leadership, the project manager is Chan. Chan has a strong technical background, military experience, and an MBA. And this is his fifth project as a manager. He leads a core team of around 30 full-time engineers, including both hardware and electrical specialists. However, the team is highly diverse, not only in technical discipline, but also in age, lifestyle, and salary levels. These differences later become a major source of tension within the projects. In several respects, Chan demonstrated effective leadership. At the beginning of the project, he organized a two-day team-building retreat involving engineers and government stakeholders. This helped establish a shared mission and initially reduce cross-generational conflict. Furthermore, when early scheduled delays appear, Chan responds by introducing daily status meetings and increasing his personal involvement with the team. These actions show strong people-oriented leadership, communication, and motivations, particularly in the early stages of the projects. However, despite these strengths, Chan is less effective in managing risk and project structure. Ajax involves integrating multiple subsystems using technology that has never tested in real-world conditions. Despite recognizing this risk, the project is organized around rigid milestone tests such as Alpha 1, Alpha 2, and Alpha 3. When Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 fail, the entire project schedule slips, revealing a lack of contingency planning and flexibility. For a high-risk technical project, this indicates weak risk management and over-reliance on traditional linear planning. So, as the project progresses, team problems become more severe. Salary disparity between hardware and electrical engineers create resentment, especially when performance bonuses become untenable due to repeated delays. Under pressure, collaboration declines and conflict increases. A clear example of declining morale occurs after the Alpha 3 failure, when Chan observed that team members leave the site individually rather than together. This behavior symbolized a breakdown in trust, shared identity, and team cohesions. In addition to technical and human challenges, there is also a significant strategic problem. Although Ajax is strategically important for sea-based expansion into homeland security, it is managed largely as a routine engineer project. There is little evidence of strong executive sponsorship, flexible governance, or strategic protections. As a result, the project lacks organizational support to absorb risk, adjust incentives, or prioritize long-term strategic values over short-term milestone performance. So, to address these issues, several recommendations can be made. First, Chan should restructure the team into cross-functional sub-teams with shared goals and joint reward. For example, Instead of separating hardware and electrical engineers, mixed team could be responsible for complete system components, reducing Earth versus them thinking. Second, stronger risk management practice should be introduced, such as phased prototyping, early integration testing, and technical buffers built into the schedule. And third, senior management involvement is essential. Given Ajax's strategic importance, CBIC executives should provide active sponsorship, flexible governance, and incentive structure aligned with long-term strategic outcomes rather than rigid milestone success. Finally, considering whether an agile approach is suitable, agile methods are particularly appropriate for the Ajax project. Agile practice such as iterative development, frequent testing, and cross-functional teams would help manage uncertainty and identity integration issue earlier. However, a fully agile approach is not feasible due to Department of Defense requirements for strict documentation, compliance, and formal governance. Therefore, the most suitable solution is a hybrid approach combining agile development practice with traditional project management controls. In conclusion, while Chan shows strong motivational leadership, the Ajax project ultimately suffers from weak risk management and strategic alignment. A system-level leadership approach and hybrid project methodology would significantly improve the project chances of success. Thank you for listening.